Hey, what's up guys? Footy Manager TV here, and today I'm starting a new career/story. I've noticed a lot of people calling their careers stories, and on the internet as well, people have a lot of story-based Football Manager careers, and I've really been taking ideas from there, not copying, just seeing how I could make it a bit like similar to that, not really just like doing these live matches, and it doesn't really feel like a story kind of thing, and that's what I want to build it up to, so it's interesting to watch as well. So I'm going to take that on board and try to make my videos in that way as a story kind of thing, as you can see with Schalke. So I'll focus on that right now. If I go to check out their team, I'll show that in a minute, but first off, the main thing, like I was going to say, I was going to go with a kind of challenge career. I was going to do Manchester City and sign all English players, but I think this could be better. I really want to get out of the Premier League as well. It's a bit boring now. That's the reason I'm starting this. And yeah, if it's not fun for me playing the videos, probably as you noticed in the last Arsenal one, it may not been as good commentary because I really wasn't interested in the game. That's why I need to start a new one, because it's simply just not going to be fun for me. And if you take a look at Schalke right here, they've got very good facilities and that kind of thing. Very good stadium as well, over 60,000. It was built not too long ago as well. The condition of the stadium is very good. Undersoil heating, roof. Very good with everything, and it's top corporate facilities, top training, everything. The rest aren't so good, so I may look to improve that because I definitely want my facilities to be good. And let's see if they have any affiliated clubs as well. So here we've only got 2 affiliated clubs. First off, Zenit. They're able to send us some youth players on loan to our youth team, so we can get actually a better look at their players, younger players, if we want to sign them or not. And also, if we don't sign them, it does give them much needed experience going back to Zenit. To become a professional footballer. So it's really good for both clubs, for me, obviously for our team, Schalke, to have a look at some young Russian players. I think Russian players are very talented, especially some attacking players as well. But moving on to the next one, Westerlo, that's pretty simple. They just host an annual friendly. Obviously, it benefits for both clubs. But going back here to my homepage right now, I wanted to check out my transfer funds. But look, I have very minimum funds, but I'm not surprised being in the January transfer window or the January update. Schalke, they probably would have made some transfers in real life in January. I'm not quite too sure about it, but I'm sure they would have if it's being that low. And Schalke, they're not like a poor team, so I would imagine they would have made some transfers in real life. I'm not quite too sure who, but they definitely have some loan players like Michel Bastos and a couple others. And another thing I like to do with my players out on loan, those players will probably come back to the team, but I may sell them next season. Apart from Girardo, I think this guy's a fantastic player. Unfortunately, he went out on loan to Spartak Moscow, but I definitely will look to get him back for next season. So when I have players on loan, I like to do this. I click on not at club, so I don't have to really bother, or I don't have to worry about them for the first season. So here I'll just analyze my current team. Timo Hildebrand, obviously he's still a very good goalkeeper. He is 33 years of age, so that is something I have to be wary of. But easily, he can be a good goalkeeper for this season. Then next season and future seasons, Lars Arnestal, he can come in and be a very good goalkeeper for us. He's got very good jumping and strength, and that's showing in his weight and height as well. So he could be a very good future goalkeeper for us, and hopefully he develops well. I may give him some chances in lower teams, which you think that makes sense. So that's a very good thing to do. When you have, it's kind of, it really depends which team you are. If you are a team, there's really there's different variables with teams. There's either that we have an experienced goalkeeper, then a young goalkeeper coming through that still has the potential and is still good enough currently probably to start. But then there's other teams who just have one very good goalkeeper and the reserve one is not good enough. So I'm very happy to have 2 options right now. So like I said, I'm happy with that. Then we start with probably our best defender, in my opinion, Benedict Howardez. He's a very, very good defender, still fairly young as well, or 24. He's sort of now moving out of that young play into a key player for the team. And yeah, I would see him being as a captain of the club. Very strong with both feet, probably can play other positions in defense as well. He can be very good. And we got this guy who's an all-round defender player, Palatsikas. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I'll probably get better when I can analyze the names more, so you'll see that a bit later. And yeah, he can play defensive midfield or fullback positions. That's very important in our formation. But he isn't a fantastic player, so but I suppose he's a good backup with those attributes. And another young central defender, Kolasniak, and yeah, he's a good prospect as well. A very young player, 19. He's probably not good enough yet, maybe good for rotations. I just have to analyze my players more. But obviously, another best defender we have, Kuriakose Papadopoulos, we got him as well. He's a very good defender. I'm probably not going to go through all my players because, as I said, I want my videos to be a bit shorter. But as you can see, an all-round overview of my team. We've got very solid defenders. Met Zalda, definitely experienced. Joe Matip as well. He's a very good young prospect. But like I said, I'm not going to go through all my players or it's just going to take forever. And I do want my videos to be a bit shorter. Not too short, but maybe like in between 10 and 15 minutes. I think that could be a good amount of time. And if you check out my tactics right now, the original one is 4-4-2, which is very similar to my tactic I've created. It's a very narrow one, as you can see there. I made it as I put my name there, just like to make sure. Yeah, it's a 4-1-2-1-2 and narrow formation. As you can see there, it's not like with the left mids and right mids. I put them into center mids, and I've just been testing it, so I'm not sure if it's fantastic right now, but you just got to go with it. And another reason why I started a new career, my Arsenal one was doing good in the first season, but I think with the update, the tactic may not be as good. As you know, they changed the gameplay a little bit. I guess they would do that, and maybe tactics sometimes not be as good as they were previously in previous updates of the game. So that's pretty much it on that. I've got a few players that I made list for transfer. Oliver Kalias, he's a bit older now, also being older and not being good enough for the team, so he's probably going to leave the club. And I'm probably going to just do a couple more things, like transfer list players, sign some players, and I'll update you in the next episode. And like I said, I do want to make it into a story kind of thing where I update you with heaps of stuff during the matches, or not during the whole career, whole story. I don't want to just be like showing you results of matches and doing live matches. I want to show you a lot of things going on in the club and that kind of thing. So hopefully you enjoy that. And that's pretty much it for now. I just wanted to make this quick video of starting it. I'm going to do some signings and staff changes as well. Some tactics, training settings and all that kind of thing, which I'll update into the next match with the friendly results and that kind of thing. I'm still thinking how to do this career, so but that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you will enjoy me going out of England finally, because really it's been a bit boring for me playing in the Premier League for this whole time, and playing in the Bundesliga. I think it's a very competitive league as well. And also, I just want to show, I think I showed at the start, but if you go, I'll look at the history of the German First Division, as it's called in the game. So if I go to, is there like past winners or something? Yeah, go in history right here. If you check the winner right here, Dortmund, they've won the last 2 seasons, even though FC Bayern have been dominating in real life. So they're really the 2 teams to beat. We've come runner-up in previous years, the last past 10 years or so. But if you take a look at the past winner, we haven't won since 1958. So that's something I'll look to change. And also, I want to become a force in European competitions as well, because if you take a look at our team in the information, and I think you go here with our league history, we already checked that before I go overview. They've only won the Euro Cup once, which is obviously now the Europa League, but they've never won the Champions League, and we are actually in that competition this year after finishing 3rd in real life last season. So that's something I'll look to do good in Champions League. But I'm not sure if our team is good enough for Champions League yet. Obviously, Europa League, probably good enough. Maybe I might finish 3rd in the group stage, but I definitely want to do as good as I can in the Champions League. And we'll see what happens with that. I'll be back after my next episode. Will probably be after all the friendly matches and the first match of the season. I may still do the live matches, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'll definitely do the review of my friendly matches and all the transfers and that kind of thing. So hopefully you enjoy this series of a story of FC Schalke, and I'll see you guys next time.